Do I need this light on? Damn, it's not plugged in. Hang on a minute. No, it's not plugged in. Hang on a sec. Maybe I'll use this one. How are you all? I just thought I'd come on here and do a bit of a feed. And I don't ever plan to do these. I just do it when I'm in the mood. And I haven't done one for a while. So I figured, well, you know what? Must be time for a feed. Whoopsie. Hang on. Is that too bright? That's too bright. Maybe that's better. Hang on. Man, I've got some junk on this desk. I have to do something about it. Right. There we go. Now, what have I been doing? I've been on the Fairlane again today, which is good because with the weather so crummy, I can't get time to go on. Hang on a second. Hi, how are you? So we got Gippsland Bogan, we've got Roger, Paul Orchard. How are you, Paul? Churgy, Adrian Ryan. I'm well, thank you, Adrian. So yeah, I just figured I'd do a feed. Perfect weather for tinkering in the garage. It's too cold. Well, the side of my garage is open, so I haven't had a chance to make a door for it. Where the car is, and because I'm painting in there, it's just, it was windy and wet and cold, and yeah, I just didn't really want to do it. So, I figured today the weather was really good. I did some chores and I went and visited my mother. She's in a retirement home and aged care facility, and went and saw her, took a coffee and that sort of stuff, and Bob's your uncle. Managed to get some stuff done. Hope you're well. You should get a small pot belly heater in there. Well, look at it, Andrew. How are you? The side of garage, I haven't built a door yet, and that's the reason that it's so drafty. Normally, it's not that bad, but I figured one of the things I'd do. I went to JCar today, and I bought these little transistors, and I bought 2 of them because the XA has it on its dash light thing. And the one out of that's, I don't know where that one's from. That's from my brother got that. The Outback car. Look at the Outback one. It's still got bull dust on it. You probably can't see the colour's really washed out because there's not much light in here. Can you see that? It's all really, really mangy. You don't get the full gist of just how bad it is. Hang on. I'm not doing very well with this. But anyway, it's really grotty and it's got red bull dust all through there. Hang on. I'm determined to do this. Damn it. Oh, man. Can you... No, you can't see, can you? Oh, there. That's probably a pretty good view. It is pretty knackered. You can see that faded part at the front. I figured it'd be a good bad weather gig to redo these switches. One of the switches the car has is seized. And again, covered with all that crud. That's the one out of the Outback car. There's a place that sells these decals, or they're like a stencil. Hi, Charlie. I'm doing a live feed.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Hi, Charlie. How are you? There's
Oh,
Ivy.
I'll be right back.
So I figured it'd be a good job. Name is Ben. Sometimes it shows my name and sometimes the channel name, depending on the device I'm on. Oh, good. It's nice to meet you, Ben. Crappy weather in Queensland, has it? Ah, Byron's here. G'day, Byron. How are you? Andy Brooks here. How are you, Andy? Have you got any other cars? Last time I saw you had a really good X8 Ute, I think. Was it an XH? I don't know my Utes in the Fords. Andy got a really good manual Ute for Zippo money, like really, really cheap. And he was driving that around. So I figured I'd do those and pull the switches apart. They do look serviceable. Bending tabs on those ones, and this one has screws on it. The wiper one actually has screws. So yeah, that's one thing I can do. So the XA will come down later in the year. With what, sorry? I bought some frozen stuff and put it in the freezer.
It's like a live puppy.
Yeah, but don't say anything bad.
Hi.
Don't say anything bad.
I'm not
You've said
gonna say
bad
anything.
things before and I had to wipe them off.
No, I didn't.
Oh, this is Ivy. Do you want to meet
Hi,
Ivy?
everyone. This is my puppy, Ivy. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is.
It's there.
Oh, my God. Wrong way. Hi.
She's a good dog. She's a cracking dog. You look nervous. You were excited before, weren't you? She's very friendly. Unless you're a man. She doesn't like men for some reason.
She really does not like men.
But she's good with me. I filmed her while she was eating. Where's my phone?
Do you want me to cook you dinner?
No, I've had some dinner. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So which one? Because it's pepperoni and normal.
I bought the pepperoni for Alana, but she didn't want it because she doesn't like that brand.
Of course.
Ah, it's Alana. You know what she's like.
What's everyone saying?
Oh, I haven't read it. Okay, I better. Must catch up sometime soon. Still got the XH. Good. Yes, please. Let's catch up. I haven't seen you for a long time.
I think so.
Hamilton, New Zealand. How are you, John? I see Graham now says Swift. That's gonna sting.
Someone buy me a chimney.
Charlie wants a chimney.
I really want a chimney.
Yeah, we got to have a look at Ivy eating.
I'll stay for this.
Oh, I can't get the bloody sound on. Look how close you can get to her and she doesn't growl or anything.
That's disgusting. Turn it off.
It's funny.
Stop. Oh my God.
You watch the numbers just drop off now.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Okay. So I'm not cooking you anything.
Oh, this light's on. No, thank you.
I've become.
How'd you go, Missy? Come on. Yes, we need to catch up. So a Swift, yeah, Graham bought a Swift. He didn't seem to enjoy his XA much. He kept sort of bagging it, and I don't know why. I think it's because the value of project cars and this sort of stuff has really sunk, and he got disappointed, and he kept having to work on it because it didn't sell as quickly as what he'd hoped. But he got rid of it in the end, and he bought himself a Swifter. It's a very saleable little car. What's the plan with the Fairlane when it's done? Sell or keep? No, maybe sell. I don't know. Oh, DJ said hello. He's driving. Yeah, Swift. So Suzuki actually were known to have the lowest amount of warranty claims on any other brand. I think it was Suzuki. It was like $20 a car or something. It was nothing. But the Fairlane, yeah. Look, I'll hang on to it for now, but I wouldn't mind some money back, and I'm a little bit at the moment. I need to watch what I'm spending and this sort of stuff. So, I was underneath it today, and I've painted sort of up under the tunnel and this sort of stuff. And I thought to myself, well, I'm probably going to end up doing it all underneath the thing. I don't know. It'll be like a new car when it's finished, but the trim is going to evade me because I might have to use some sheepskins or something in it. It's just very hard to get that. Hang on, there's something over the. Oh, here we go. DJ the Pacer. Yeah, I think he did all the floors in it, didn't he? He did well with that. He's a great guy, DJ. He's always cheerful and happy, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood. What's the display case next to my head? You mean this? How do I do it? This one over this shoulder. This one here. That one. That's keys. It's a key locker. So he's got some work done on the Pacer. Big fella and I are going to catch up with him this weekend. You live like 1,000 k's from each other, don't you? Is that right? I think they live quite a long time. Western Australia is a huge place. So Byron's, I love that ute thing. Big fella's Byron's eldest son, and they found an HT ute and got it going, and I thought that was a fantastic series. I really liked it. There's something about there's something about getting an Outback car, a trashed Outback car, and making it go. And the XA, I was up at the other place last week and looking at the XA and what I've got to buy for it. I'm pretty much rebuilding the whole back end, which I didn't know I was going to have to do, but I will do it. My brother's financially into it now. He's bought all sorts of stuff. Looking forward to seeing the last few steps on the XC. Yes, we need to get that on the road this year. Hope you're well. How's the miniature scale of Plymouth going? It's going well. It's in my room upstairs. It's in a display case. And thank you very much for that. Oh, it's just down the road, 1,000 Ks. That's what they always say. People who live in rural areas, it's just down the road. You know, DJ took the XA from Laverton to somewhere else, right down the Kalgoorlie. I think it's 250 Ks, 500K round trip or something. And he says, "Oh, you didn't charge." And I said, "You got to charge me. You're going to pay for this." That's why I originally did the White Star and I was going to give it to him. And he goes, "It's just down the road, 250 Ks." No, it's not spoons. I'm not interested in spoons. I really don't care about spoons. Although I did use a spoon to make my tea. But no, I don't collect them. That's car keys. Most of them, a good deal of them, I don't use anymore anyway. Jason Hill, loved his build series and the crossover you guys did. Can't wait to see his coupe series. He's getting itchy feet. He's about to move, I think. And he wants to start on the coupe, but he's not going to do it yet because he's got to get it because he's just got married. And so they're going to move and do a few other things. And I still haven't done the wiring on his bloody. I wired it, but I haven't done the fuse box. I've got a fuse box here for him with the blade fuses, and I haven't put it in his car yet. We might be picking up another bush car. Ooh. Are you going to tell me what it is? Any long and short-term plans for the MGB? Keep looking at it. Need to get onto it. I've got to do the rear quarters on it, and I need to paint it. It's worrying me a little bit because it's been sitting too long. I've got to get that thing out and start using it. I'm a little bit worried about the sills. I've just got to have a look at it. I bought it cheap for an MGB in 2005. So it's nearly 20 years ago. And I think it might be now time. But because I've bitten off more than I can chew with these other things, I haven't quite got around to it. Well, actually, Hattie, I'm relying on my 35-year-old key laser, semi-dialing it, just replace the ignition switch. Should I get a later car? Or is it reasonable to keep using? It's reasonable to keep using those. They're like Corollas, those things. They keep going and going and going. They're a little Mazda 323. I don't trust people who drink tea. It doesn't even make sense. Well, it does. This is special tea, though. It's not rubbish tea. It's Yorkshire Gold. See you later, Byron. Look after yourself, won't you? It's good to see you. So hopefully we're right in the middle of winter. We've got lots of days of really rubbish weather. But I think tomorrow, I've just got to, hang on a second. Oh, damn. Hang on. I've got to put my password into the computer. I need to find out because I got most of it primed in the engine bay and everything today. And so what I'd like to do is get it painted as soon as possible because when it's painted, I can just take my time putting it together. And then I'll have some more content because I haven't got any content at the moment. The feeling's the only thing I'm doing. 16 tomorrow. And Showers Rosie is in the building.
If you don't, starting,
we're doing it now. If you don't like tea, you'd hate what she's got because she's got chamomile tea.
Chamomile tea.
I won't even drink that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hi, Pete. Nick from Sydney here, mate. It's been a month or so now, but I've just purchased a Nutmeg XD Fairmont, matching number 302. Damn. That's a good buy. That's the same as mine. He said mine's a GL.
Thank you, Dad.
That's all right, love. Too many girls in this house. Appreciate your take. Yeah, that's just my idea with using a K laser as a daily.
Sorry.
We had a teacher at school use one, and it was absolutely trashed, but it still went. Been bloody cold in Melbourne in recent weeks. Need to wear a minimum of 3 layers. Ditto. Ivy, baby. This is Ivy. Check the mouth on it. I did a video on Ivy as a puppy, and God, that's gross. I did a video on Ivy as a puppy, and the video was called "A Face Only a Mother Would Love."
Oh,
But she's
poor
actually
baby.
grown into it. She looked like, she was just this white stillborn-looking thing.
Is
But
Ron
now
here?
she's grown into. No, I haven't seen him.
If Ron's here, hi Ron. I'm supposed to see Molly soon, but I haven't, so I'm sorry.
Oh, so Jacob's got a Dolomite Sprint. They're a cracking little car. I don't know anything about them. I know they're half of a Triumph Stag V8.
And have
with-
wheels.
They have wheels, yeah. But they're a cracker. Hello to the lovely ladies. So
Hello.
Paul says hello.
Bonjour.
Hi, Paul.
They're not lovely.
What?
Do you put sugar in the tea? After years of not, I'm adding a little now. Yeah, I put 2 in. It's kind of bad, but what do you do? I just love the stuff. I mean, I used to drink, I think I've said it before, 8 cups of coffee when I was at university. Now I drink, how much tea do I drink?
Like 20 cups.
No, probably.
I actually don't think you
Probably-
have as much now.
No, I
As
probably
many.
have 4 a day. This weekend in Melbourne was miserable. I took my little ones to a hobby farm and we got drenched, but had a great time.
A hobby farm.
If you had
Hobby
paintproof in the
farm.
Fairlane,
What's a hobby farm?
Like a petting zoo.
it's like a big farm with animals.
Really?
Where is this alleged hobby farm? I want to go.
I know. That actually sounds
Honey
really
and the
fun.
teas, but yeah, the kids like honey and tea. I can't say.
I
Oh, there's Ron
love-
Dixon.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Pete, Rosie, and I'm guessing that's Charlie's elbow.
Yes,
Yes.
it's me. I
Show the
said hi
elbow.
to you. Hi, this is my elbow.
The elbow.
How are you
How's-
going?
How's Molly? Is
I
she well?
fully ghosted Molly. I forgot to hang out with
I'm
her.
not into the Earl Grey tea much. I sort of prefer the. Someone put me onto this Yorkshire Gold. You can get Yorkshire proper strong. If you get the orange Yorkshire, it's weaker, but you use two tea bags. But the proper strong, I reckon that's just as good.
Can you read?
Bandura Park. Oh, Bandura Park. It's in Bandura Park. No. It was the petting zoo.
Oh!
Awesome.
Well, that Bandura's on the way to your salon. Charlie's got a salon in Preston.
Was
I
I
do.
gonna go up to
I do. I'm
work?
a business owner. Jesus. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Hey, mate, my dad's a big fan of and he runs his. Oh, subscribe to his channel. What's his name? Restoration Crew, is it? I always enjoy McDonald's English breakfast tea at McDonald's on a Monday. They have good coffee too. Earl Grey sucks. I wanted to try it just because Pico likes it, but it tastes like crap. This guy doesn't like tea. Feeding, petting horses, horse rides, etc. Why does this stupid report dog stuff come up?
I don't know.
Maybe the computer. wants to
No, I
record
was
this.
pressing. I'm using a Mac. I don't normally use a Mac.
Mm.
It's restoration. He specializes in caravans. I'll have a look.
But
Yeah.
what's this place? I'm not calling.
Bill's channel. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
This is Bill,
My uncle's got Bill here. That's true.
but this is Bill from South Australia, not Queensland. Different Bill.
There's more than one Bill, Charlie.
And the other one likes to be called Billy, not Bill.
No,
I called him
hold
Bill,
on,
and he said,
which
"No,
one?
Bill
Oh,
Duncan."
yeah, he-
Bill Duncan.
Don't say his full name. Why are you doxing
Oh,
him?
what? People are going to track Bill Duncan down and
Yeah.
hassle him? Get out of
He's
here!
in
What are you-
Logan.
It's like, g'day, Peter from William. Oh, maybe it's from Bill in Mount Gambier. From William Mount Gambier, South Australia. Bill's channel 1987 is my YouTube channel. I do have quite a few videos on which I might be interested in. Well, thank you very much, and
the same Bill.
I'll have a look for sure. I like McDonald's flat white coffee.
True.
They're copies
Is that
of
a
good.
London Post box in between the ships above your head? This guy's really looking, isn't he?
Mind
Yeah,
your
it's like
business.
I think it's like a money box and it came from England.
Post office.
There's no money in it. I checked.
There's no money.
No, we check every day. There's no.
I check all the
Molly's
time.
working tonight. Molly's car was in the garden ornament in Healesville for about 30 years. Oh, are you talking about the moke?
Yeah.
So Ron does a whole lot. He had a bunch of mokes and he does them up.
Yeah, he still has them.
No, he sold a couple, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't know. But I know that I rode in a moke once and I was terrified.
Reckon the early 2000s Nissan Pulsar is a nice car to drive in, but it looks a bit meh. I like the N14s. Love N14s, early 90s ones. I wouldn't mind buying one, but if I buy another car, man, the bank manager will come and kill me.
Please, I want a car. I'm
You've
sorry.
got like 3.
I don't. Well,
2.
no, I've got 2. Well, no,
They
like
don't go.
I've got like 1.5.
I reckon-
Not half. Drive the half.
would mean like, yeah, no, I will. I'll have a look at it. I'll definitely have a look at it. Thanks. Restoration Crew. Yeah, I will. Super tea.
Can I have a gobble?
Something wrong with you. N14. So
I don't sniff it.
piss off. Seriously, every time you come in here, there's BS, right?
No, I'm not. I'm actually genuinely being
Please don't
myself.
drop the tea because I was right below. Okay, who's talking now?
God, that's
Don't know,
so
but I could
disgusting.
advise for all of them, don't have children.
Sorry, Charlie, I missed that promo. I can't read that. What's
You
it
missed
say?
the promo for the salon. What's the name and address again?
Do I share the address of where I work on the internet?
What's
Well,
this? Send
you
him a
have
text. Send
already.
Molly a text and just tell her to give
It's
it to him.
561 B High Street, Preston 3072. Its name is Salon Joy.
N13, it was all right. N13s were a bit different. They had a few little problems with them, but they were easy to fix. Little things used to go wrong.
I was.
Spotted a mint N14. Yeah, I reckon they're great.
Oops.
My aunt had an N15 1998 Q.
What's
Yeah,
that?
it's a Pulsar. Liam,
Mm.
how are you, Liam? Are you well? Liam's from
Liam.
Queensland and he's donated a lot of stuff for the XC.
Oh, thank you, Liam.
Thank you, Liam.
I don't really see this alleged stuff, but I'm sure it's true.
It was a long time ago. There's steering wheel center and there was a couple of switches for the dash and things like that. But
You just do nothing but mumble.
I've got to get that car going. It's
Which-
ridiculous.
hold on, which
the
one?
white one that's nearly finished.
There's a lot that's not moving.
Oh, I'll send the link to the farm. Yeah, the petting zoo thing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Do you want to go to it?
I'll take Cam. It'll be so fun.
Oh my god, this cam again.
Oh, ads will run shortly for some viewers. Damn, skip the ads. There we go. That's probably a bit better. We just skip the ads.
Why?
Well, it's inconvenient for people
Ah,
to watch
okay.
them. I do put ads on them because I get some money from it. Wouldn't mind N15 hatch if I could find one with cruise. Yeah, Charlie's like that too. Everything has to have cruise.
What's that?
In couple.
Cruise control. I was by the NT Turbo. Oh, they're great fun.
I just remember right next to my hair.
Oh, Conrad left. He blew it up. They are terrific. The little
Oh.
Exa motor, the E15 motor. Is it E15? Yeah. What you doing, dog?
Oh
No.
Oh.
I
The
wonder
dog
if-
ran in here not long ago, did the biggest vomit all
Don't
over the
stop.
floor.
Oh my god.
It was like half a cubic meter.
I
It was
really want
massive.
another dog.
Wait, when was this?
My sister used to have an N15. Oh, LX. N15. We had an LX. We had an N14 LX. Picked up a 1994 Bluebird Triple S just over a year ago. It was serviced at Blackburn Nissan from 97 to 2003. I was there part-time in 2000, but I'd finished full-time in 96. I probably have. Yes, we have a cat.
I've got a cat.
Her name's Lulu.
I've got a kitty cat.
Do you want her? She's free.
She's not. She's my angel.
She's free.
She's my adopted child.
The planning video was good.
I
Thank
wonder
you very
how
much.
she is worth.
Not much. She doesn't like people. But she loves.
But she's an unsociable little horrorhead.
No, she loves everyone.
She's
She'll just kick
awful.
her out. and
She's
just-
awful.
You hiss at her.
If she hisses at me, I don't
But
say
she
anything.
literally just not. Don't even.
It's
lie.
a.
Had an N13 positive vector. They're unusual, those things. 1998 problems, the ECM failed. It was replaced under warranty a month after the warranty expired. That's good.
These people really like pulsars.
They like pulsars. They do like pulsars.
My
It's like
Uber
these
driver has a
people.
Pulsar.
It's like these people are car people.
Cats are horrible.
Ah,
We've
okay.
had a couple of really good cats that were more like dogs that follow you around, go for a walk, and
They bark.
one used to
Okay, bye now.
Oh.
start yowling when you left, if you left sort of around the block, and then they'd climb up a tree and then wait for you to come back and jump down and walk with you. She was very special. She was killed in front of the kids when Charlie was 12.
No, I was
I had
like 10.
Oh, it was awful.
I
She
remember
was
that.
Yeah. We had
take
such
your
rich
daughter.
childhoods. Which one?
I can't see. What's this crap?
I've got astigmatism. That's an emoji.
Hang on.
It's an
No, it
emoji.
says tell your daughter to take the spoon out of her mug.
Uh,
Oh, yeah,
no.
nah. It's the ultimate challenge to drink tea. Oh my god.
no, don't. Stop.
Do you get shivers if I do that?
Yeah, don't. Don't do
Oh
that.
god.
No, don't. Oh my god, don't. You fucking idiot. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Can't say that.
Sorry
This is a
about that.
clean. This is a clean.
Sorry about that.
I hope you clean and paint the entire underbody. It's such a horrible job though. Charlie, every time you come in, there's something like that happens. That was kind of my fault though.
Oh, kind of.
I
I'm
apologize.
thinking about it because it's so dirty.
I really miss my
I was
steering.
under there the other day, and the steering box has leaked all down half of one side, and the diff pinion's leaked, and it's spattered all sort of over the underbody as well. So I've got to clean it, but I wanted to power wash it, but I can't get a power washer in there without making a heck of a mess in the garage. So I'm trying to avoid that sort of thing happening and cleaning it by hand, which is kind of a bit of a drag. But I don't know. You can't just paint half. Do you know what I mean? It's a family show. It is.
Is it?
Please no F bombs.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's.
Oh, I shouldn't
Did
say
you manage to get in touch with the current owner of your father's Falcon? Yes, I did.
that.
My father's, it was the XY. I did. I haven't called him back though. I was going to go and have a look at it.
Charlie just left the
Charlie's-
chat.
No, Charlie's sitting
No,
down
Charlie's
there.
forehead is here.
Words here.
That's great, but if they're 100 kilograms heavier that eat you, they would.
Ivy's literally eating me.
Oh, you're annoying.
I had a great tabby cat for 12 years. Sadly, she died old
Oh.
age 12. Sometimes those things can go. We had one that was 16. He got hit by a car. And
Hey, how old's
his name
he?
was Basil. Leahy is. Hang on.
He was not.
2011.
No, he's not. He's not. He's.
2011.
Was he 2011?
I don't know. I made that up, but it seems right.
I think he's about 13, yeah. But he's got a black growth on his nose. I think he's got cancer. And yeah, he's slower, but he still goes out and kills mice and rats and all this
He's
sort of
really
stuff.
thin.
He is very thin. He's probably got worms. I don't know.
Oh, he's...
Charlie bit my finger.
Oh my god.
Charlie, bite your tongue. I never swear on
Wow.
the videos. Never.
they're really giving us a hard time. If
I
I'm
let
honest.
my-
No, car
I
guys.
let my
Damn.
swearing from this man.
I don't swear on the man.
No, you fully do.
I never swear on
No,
videos.
that is such a lie. Okay.
Oh yeah, you
Tell
just
me
And I
edit
don't
edit
want
them.
to. I don't
You
want to
just edit
expose
them
you.
out.
Don't worry.
Only when I hurt myself. We don't swear on the videos because some of
My
the kids from
voice
school
changed.
will see it. And if you
Mhm.
have bad language in, it also affects your advertising. I never swear on videos.
I apologize. I will.
No, you
I will
apologize. It's
never
all right.
ever swear again.
You are cancelled.
I do ask you to, yeah. I mean, speaking of cancelled, I feel bad for the Jack Blacks thing. Get a swear jar and put
Oh,
50
yeah.
cents each time.
Yeah, we
No,
don't have
I'm
one.
not- I don't even have any money.
That's asking for a lot.
I'm broke. Can you give me 50 cents, please?
Can you tell us about the black dog in your outro? That's Annie.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Annie.
Oh,
She
God, I get sad
died.
every time I think of Annie.
Now let's not say anything
Annie-
about it.
And no, Annie
What a
was
waste of fur.
what the hell? Fur.
Yeah.
She's Annie was a Bernese Mountain Dog cross with a retriever, and the lady that bred her actually got a death threat from the Bernese Mountain Dog Association. It was ridiculous, but Bernese Mountain Dogs, these guys are just wetting themselves. Bernese Mountain Dogs have a span of about 7 years. Her mother, Melba, died at 7, and she
What was
looked fine.
What was her name again?
Melba.
Melba.
And
Oh, I like
so
that one.
Annie she was the perfect dog. Like, she almost spoke English. She was ridiculously intelligent. Anyway, she had 12. She went blind. She had a brain tumor. And she lost her. Sweetie, stop. She lost her eyesight, and
I'm gonna go.
yeah,
It was
probably,
lovely seeing everyone. Okay,
so
we'll see you
sorry.
later.
um,
No, Annie was the sweetest dog ever.
and then we had her on these drugs, and it kept her going for another 2 years. She died just shy of 14, which is incredible innings for a dog that size.
No, Annie
Um,
was the sweetest.
The Black
Coming.
Dog in your Make You Laugh Every Time. I love the music. The music's a free one from I can't remember his name, and I think I mentioned it in the thing. I actually asked him if I can use it. He said, "Please do." It was a free license. Probably get plenty of offers. I'd be interested to buy the feeling in the future. Brother had a ZJ's first car. Would love to have another one again. Oh, the green Corolla. So Charlie hit a kangaroo in it. I'm going to go to the wreck and see if I can find a green one and buy a guard and a bonnet and everything. It's just dented and it looks very shabby, but mechanically it's very good. Subaru, brilliant. Love Subaru. I've never had one, but so many of my friends have had Subarus and just love the things. And one day I'll get one, but I just haven't got around to it. I try so hard not to swear. If I swear in the garage, if something happens and I swear, I just cut it out when I edit it. But because I work in a school and I do, a lot of the kids, the young ones don't know about this YouTube channel of mine, but the older ones find out. And I don't want them. And some of them are, Dad and I are watching your videos. Like, well, I don't want, inappropriate talk on there or anything like that. That's why I don't swear on it. If I fart or whatever, I take that out. If I never talk about politics on there, I never talk about religion or sex or people or anything like that. I just keep it to cars or whatever it is I'm doing. It's just safer that way. Sigma is still floating around. That's at my ex-wife's house at the moment, under a cover in a garage. No, that's all right. You don't make me sad Annie's a great dog. Of course, I got in the garage a laminated photo of Annie and another one of Stella, which is Scott from Cobble Motors, his dog. I've got a photo. They're both kind of similar, though. Stella was a poodle. Thanks for the videos. Thank you, Gavin. XA Coop Guy. How are you, Graham? Dog breeders are crazy. I had a Rottweiler group threatening me over getting my boy desexed. I know they're nutcases. People are nuts. I got on Facebook and there was a picture of Olivia Newton-John and Kylie Minogue. And I said, and I don't want to offend anyone, I said, one has true talent, the other has true talented marketing. And I was referring to Kylie. And geez, the hate.
People are very passionate.
But the hate.
Oh, yeah. No, it's crazy.
I just thought,
it's
what?
Crazy, but
go away.
You see it in a lot of comment sections. They're just like, no.
I was answering back, and then she's, oh yeah, you're sexist against women. It's like, no, I said, she goes, oh, you don't like Australian performers? I said, well, I love Hugh Jackman, and In Excess and all this sort of stuff. And she goes, oh, you're sexist. And I said, well, why do you think I said that Adele has talent? They just look for stuff to get angry about, and I find it really annoying.
Especially if they get an idea in their head immediately, it just snowballs.
Just bonkers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, what have I got? I've got a Rexy in your driveway, but it's not mine. Oh, yeah, you need a Rexy.
There's like 63 people here.
Yeah, well, sometimes it depends what time of day it is. Sometimes you get over 100.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not many, but there's a good amount of I can keep up with it. Power steering, that seal at the output. Can I just change that seal? It's riding deep. The easiest way to get it out is by removing the sector shaft. I don't know if you could change it in situ. I don't. You probably could. There's a nut. Then there's the pitman arm. You've got to take that off. Then there's a dust seal. You've got to take that off. Then there's a circlip you've got to take out. There's no reason you can't take that out. Then there's a thick washer, and then there's the seal behind that. It is in quite deep. Have you ever thought about doing American muscle car? I've got a Galaxy in the drive. I've got a 57 Plymouth. It's not really a muscle car, but I'm going to be doing those two. Stella was great. Cole Motors was how I found you. I love them, and they're the nicest blokes. What did I miss? Nothing really. We were just talking about. I've got a Ricoh, some XA switches, and I've got some transistors here. And Charlie came in and started dropping F-bombs, and that's about it. So I'm invested in a scissor hoist, and only lifts about.
You kind of did.
4 feet. No. It was my fault. So I was annoying Charlie. So you do things like that.
What? I was coming to you. I was saying hi.
Oh, Charlie.
So nice.
You are.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. Yes, I'm gonna go. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, I do need a. I never say that. I never say like, comment. No, that doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all good.
Please
It's all
subscribe.
good. No, Rosie, don't say that.
Or don't. It's your choice.
Well, they've already subscribed. That's why they're here.
Oh. Stay subscribed. I'm gonna go.
Charlie Anderson, hi, Dad. What was it? Oh, yes, here's the thing. I just haven't got room. I bought the other place because it's got a nice big garage, but I've filled that as well. Well, I'm about to fill it. I've got that other car coming. It's actually better for working. I'm going to be doing a lot of the XA sedan stuff up there. So I'll take my welder up there, and I've got to get a shrink, a stretch. I haven't even got one of those yet. Hugh Jackman has English parents. Well, so have I suppose. Well, Dad was Scottish. But Hugh Jackman is an Aussie. If you look at most of our talent, right? So Russell Crowe is a Kiwi. Olivia Newton-John's British. Well, English born. Same with John Farnham. Who else is there? There's a whole raft of people that we call our Olivia and our John Farnham and always, and they're not. Well, they are, but they're kind of very few are actually born here. Just tuned in. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Now, where? Oh my gosh, I missed a whole lot. Just tuned in. Is that young Rosie? She looks, yeah, she does. She's a spitting image of her mother. She always gets pissed off when you say that, though. Social media comment section, they're just hate sessions sometimes. Terrible. Look, I shouldn't have said, she had no talent. She has got talent. Look, let's face it, she does. But I always admired people that sort of wrote and composed their own music. I love Adele, even though I don't really listen to her. I think she's really gifted, and I listen to any type of music. It doesn't bother me. I think you should buy a non-written off vehicle register car from Pickles as a fixer-upper. Yeah, you love your auctions. I'm not so keen on the auctions, but if I saw one that appealed to me, I would. But don't forget, you're buying them out of Adelaide, and I can't get them there. There was actually Rusty Cars Down Under had a 351 XD, an original one. And I sent a message, but I did it in the chat, and they don't answer the chat. They said, if you want to, I'll make it off. I actually thought about that. But I'll tell you this. If I get another car, I'll fall in love with it, want to keep it, and I can't. It's just, there's two cars here that have to go. They'll be both Mercs, and I've got to put some money in the bank. I was always a Ford guy and had a beautiful XT family gear that I dropped a 351 into. Unfortunately, it got stolen outside of the Children's Hospital while my son was in. I had a burgundy one, a gear. It was a terrible car. It wasn't like the brown one. The brown one's fantastic. This was in the early 90s, and every time I went past a cop, they turned around and they pulled me over. Every time. Even doing U-turns, they'd pull me over. And I got sick of it, and I said to one, why is it that every time I get in this car, cops pull me over because I'm not doing anything wrong? And they said, no, these get stolen 3 a day at Eastland, which is the shopping centre in Ringwood. They're so easy to steal. And, yeah, you've just got to keep them under lock and key. With the Aussie cars now gone, if you had to buy a brand new car today, what would you buy? I probably wouldn't buy a new car. because I like to keep old ones going. But if I had to buy a new car, it would probably be a Toyota. I'd just daily it because I trust Toyota, even though they haven't been as good as they were in I think the 90s and early 2000s and the 80s and 70s and all this. They were just rock solid reliable. I think now they're just so complicated with software that they're always going to glitch. Anything that's controlled by software is going to have problems. That's why I don't trust electric cars. Everything in them is software controlled, and I want to control the car. I don't want a program controlling it because programs glitch. And I'm not being an EV hater, but I'd probably get a hybrid or something if I had to, but I don't know. I don't know. Retro bike car. My favourite car, however, was my first blue and silver FC. Biggest regret was selling it now. Yeah. Pesky kids. Would it be too much to subscribe now? I can't from this screen. I'm using my work laptop. I won't do it now, but I will do it after I'm finished. I'll do it on my big computer, this one. Have an 05 Mazda 3 daily driver, and someone thought they wanted it more than me now. When I take the key out of the ignition. Hang on a second, what's that? And someone thought they wanted it more than me. And now when I take the key out of the ignition, it thinks my key is in, still won't lock. Oh. I've had 3 lots of door locks vandalized out here. I've had a car window broken and they went through it. It was Susie's car. I've had 2 cars bashed by stupid motorists. It's just really disconcerting when you look after something and someone comes along and wrecks it. And even if you're insured, it doesn't matter because you're still paying in excess, and then you're out of pocket and you're out of time because you've got to find other wheels and get to the repair shop, and there's phone calls here and there to the insurance and all this sort of stuff. It's a pain just because other people aren't careful. My friend Michael bought a Mustang, a late one. I think it's a 2022 or something. It was a grabber blue one. And next thing he's posted a photo on Facebook. Someone shunted him in the rear and just destroyed it. Much support as always from me, and enjoying the videos. Thank you very much. Hang on. Oh gosh, I'm miles behind. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm like, right, Naomi Watts is English. There's a stack of them. If you can't wait 1 to 2 years for a Toyota hybrid, if you can wait. Oh, really? Tony Abbott had English parents. I never aspired much to be like Tony Abbott. Julia Gillard was English. Tony Abbott was born in England too, I think. Tony Abbott and Julia Gillard. Julia Gillard is Welsh, I think. Have a gas tank in the XC. Where can I take it to get rid of it? I went to a service station that had a workshop and a gas cylinder at the front. And I went in there and said, I've got a gas cylinder and it's got gas in it. What do I do? And he goes, I'll bring it here. And he decanted it. And he kept the gas for his car. So that's fine. If you find a servo that's got a gas cylinder out the front or a workshop, this place did roadworthies as well. It was in Fenchurch Gully. It was the Shell servo in Fenchurch Gully. I don't know if you're from around here, but it was on the corner of Boronia Road and Scoresby Road. VGs were English born but grew up in Redcliffe. Yes. Robert Hughes, English parents. There are no written off vehicle registers in Victoria. There are. Anything pre-1998 is safe. After that, you've got the written off vehicle register. That's when you get a PPSR check, they check the written off vehicle register. But I don't think they bother putting anything pre-98 on it. Hubnut drove my brown car. He's a funny guy, Hubnut. Cheers, mate. Catch up soon on your next live stream or video. Take care. Thank you very much, Bill. I'll get onto your dad's channel too. Love the content. XA Coupe guy's got a bit of support here. Do you like the P76, both 2.6 and 4? You mean the 4.4 litre? Look, I've never aspired to getting a P76. I can certainly understand the appeal. They were very ahead of their time. Dad used to say that when they were new. I remember him saying, look at the wedge shape. Borg 1 35, 4.5 litre. Some of the 3.5 litre engines at about whatever Ks used to crack the blocks, but the 4.4 litre one didn't. Rack and pinion steering's a big deal with them too. I've never wanted to own one, but I respect them. I don't have anything against them. It's just a looks thing, really. I don't really like the look of them much, but it's all good. We can drag a car out of the shed and rego it after 40 years and drive it home. Adelaide is good that way, at least, yeah. Hi, Harvey. Just got home from walking the dog. Haven't done a live feed for ages. Yeah, no, I just thought I might do a live feed. Adley loved my Prado. Good. Pamela Stevenson was a Kiwi. Was she a Kiwi? I thought she was an Aussie, actually. She's a Kiwi. Opinion on plastic bumpers. What's the best method to bog them? Specific plastic filler, fiberglass. There's a proper bumper bog you can get. It's black and it's full of rubber bits or something. I've got some in the garage. But yeah, you can use it. It's flexible filler, and it's for plastic bumper bars. If it's a rigid plastic bumper, like say a V or Commodore or something like that, you can probably, even then I probably wouldn't use bog because it does expand and contract more than what the bog will. Just get the plastic bumper filler. You get it from auto paint shops. Wasn't Robert Hughes a pedo? Robert Hughes. I don't know. Oh, him. Yeah, he was. He the youngest girl made a complaint, and then all this stuff started unearthing that he did. I think he went to jail. G'day, Peter. A bit late, but just saw you going live feed. Let me know if you want to get rid of those Galaxy wheels and caps. Yes, I do. But I haven't got anything else to put on it. So the Galaxy wheels are 14s, and I wanted to put 15s on. So I wanted to get even, what did I put on my old Galaxy? I put EF rims on it, I think. I want to get a set of those for it with 15-inch tyres and 66 Galaxy hubcaps. That's what I want to do. But I don't want the 14s on the Galaxy. It's got good tyres on it, though. Do you want the tyres as well, do you, Mark? Hang on. Oh, it'd be nice to win points. This day and age, 2006 and older, generally don't get recorded on the register now. Okay. I always thought it was 1998. I don't know why I thought that. I think that's what they originally said with it. Because when Mum rode off the Starlet, I don't know if that was put on it, the red one. I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right, though. You'd know more about it than I do. Yeah, they throw poo on Robert Hughes in Goulburn Supermax. Toyota have seen the light. They're now building cars without crazy electronics, are they? My brother just bought a brand new Trippy and the only BS you cannot turn off. Oh, you can't turn the headlights off. I don't even like my Commodore defaulting to fresh air and all this sort of stuff. I like it recirculated. Apparently, Corollas without BS will be available next year. What's BS? Is that bullshit? DJ was on before. No, it wasn't DJ. It was Byron. Today just axed the V8 Land Cruisers. 4-cylinder models are the only ones still available. Are you talking about the petrol V8? Toyota releasing an EV that charges to about 80% in 10 minutes. It's trying to charge all the way. Must be what takes a long time. I think the first percentage is quicker. Toyota are very critical of electric cars, though, and they got a lot of heat from the press, and also even governments gave them a bit of heat about it. our government's putting a huge tariff on any of those big utes, Rangers and Hiluxes and all this, and I think that's a bit questionable. But Falcon question for you blokes. Gerlach calibers are the ones with the clips on the top of the shoes. I thought that was Kelsey Hayes. I've got Kelsey Hayes on the XW and they've got clips on them. Gerlach, I'm not sure, but the PBRs don't. Oh, the PBRs have like a little wire thing. No, they don't. They don't. They've got a round spring that goes in the piston on the PBR. The Kelsey Hayes, you put the pads in and they've actually got this funny shaped wire thing that goes on. You're a crackhead for this. You love this guy goes nuts when he sees an auction. He loves them. Anything coming up on the 390 FE big block? Yeah, at some point. The 390. So I've got to get the Galaxy in and lift the body off the frame to weld up some frame damage. I got the car cheap because it had rust in the frame behind the torque boxes. The torque boxes are all right. And so I've got to get in there and do that. And I thought to myself, well, I'll take the whole front clip off because it needs painting and the engine bay needs doing up. And the easiest way to do it is to paint all the parts separately, like I did on the other one. I wasn't doing YouTube videos when I had the other Galaxy, but I should have. That was a car I should never have sold. It was just one of those. It was a right-hand drive one. 66 was beautiful. Having said that, I always preferred the 67 anyway. So I'm kind of glad I got that. That 67 is beautiful, but the engine does look neglected, but the compressions are all perfect on it. And I thought, my brother's got a 428 crank, and I thought the big block has a damaged piston. I know that because I could see it with an endoscope thing. So I was going to start it and run it, and then I saw that and thought, I don't know. I'm still sort of deciding. I've got behind me a new alloy intake manifold. The heaviest part of a big block is the bloody inlet manifold. They're so heavy. They're ridiculous. And I've got a 750 vac for it too. Which Yaris models are made by Mazda? I don't know. So there's bits coming up on everything. I've got that Holden 6. I've got to, when the weather gets better, I've got to build a plenum for the EJ and put that in. I want to get the EJ. I've got the front clip. What do you call it? The wireframes. They're beautiful. There's just a couple of little rusty sections to do on them, tiny ones, about the size of a 10-cent coin, 20-cent coin. And I can weld those in. And what I'll do with that car is I'll get it drivable and I'll take that up and I'll work on that at the other place too. That's going to be my daughter's car. Which engine's better, 225 or Hemi 245? Have to ask a Mopar guy. They're both very good. They're both very good. 225s are brilliant motors. Infrastructure for EVs isn't great yet, but our government is raising tariffs on big utes. I don't think they it's nice to have a choice. It's not nice to be sort of corralled like cattle into buying something if you're unsure or you don't really want it. There's always an environmental issue with electric vehicles as well. And it's not just mining cobalt. It's a lot of the other considerations as well to go with them. And I'm not ready yet. You could use an EV. I could use an EV. I would use one. I work 800 meters away from home, and the big shopping center I buy all my groceries at is about 1 kilometer away. I'd use an EV for that. And you can go further afield as well. But because I go up to the country every couple of weeks, there's no way in hell I'd use an EV for that. I just don't want to get caught. Do the ships above your head float? Well, that's the Titanic. That one's the Titanic. It's about 80 centimeters. It's huge. It's 80 centimeters long or something. That's the SS United States. No, they're display models. They're not. They're not functional models. They're display models. This one here in that picture was a birthday card. My auntie years ago. She died 20 years ago. She gave me a birthday card. That's the Queen Mary. The Queen Mary, which now resides in San Pedro in Los Angeles, as a floating hotel. And Mum actually travelled on that ship twice when she was a kid. I bought a Centura. I suppose I said Century, but I guess it's Centura autocorrect with 245 for $100 years ago. Would one peel wheels for days? Yeah, they would. I had a girlfriend years ago that had a bloody VH hardtop with a 245, and afterwards tuner went really well. Yeah, those 3-point had to do a 3-point turn on Whitehorse Road, one of those big V8 American utes. The Titanic was a buoyancy challenge. Was buoyancy challenged? Apparently, yeah. It's the Olympic lasted though. The Olympic, the sister ship, they scrapped in 1935 or something. And there's a hotel in England that's got the a lot of the interior timber. Damn, this is going cold. I've got to get that link off you again, Graham, to download the Titanic walkthrough. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, it's on the opposite side of the Titanic wreck, and it's starting to disappear too. I do many long trips, and I thought of getting caught. Not being able to charge worries me. Yeah, if I was purely driving around town, I'd get no. Yeah, that'd be fine for that. I do worry about the stability that seems to happen with lithium-ion batteries. All our phones have lithium-ion batteries in them, but they're tiny, they're small. But those things have an incredible amount of power. Apparently, is it hotels or ferries? I think there's been a couple of fires with ferries on them. Fires on ferries that have caused them to sink or something. But they kind of worry me. There's a new battery they're working on at the moment, which is a lot more stable, but it probably hasn't got the punch that a lithium ion has. But I'd sooner less range with a more stable, chemically more stable battery. Very modern ships for their time, the Olympic class. They're beautiful, aren't they? Only found out recently the Britannic was about 9 feet wider. Oh, I didn't actually know that. I know it was a hospital ship and it hit a mine, but the Britannic also had, he tried to beach it and he turned the engines up flat out. And then because he's trying to beach it and going flat out, it took on more water at the front where the mine had hit it. And so the props are still turning as it's coming up, and apparently dragged a few lifeboats in and chopped them up. Funny thing is, ship's propellers only turn at about, I think, 75 to 150 RPM. 150 RPM is, it's still enough to do injuries, but when they're cruising, they're turning quite slowly. There's an EV charge point in Burwood Highway, Wynn Turner, opposite Knox Shopping Centre. There's one at the Manhattan Hotel too. I keep seeing people park there. One woman was on all three of the ships when they had their accidents. Yes, the Olympic hit the Hawk. Was it the Hawk? It hit a naval ship, I think, didn't it? The Olympic, and it opened up the bow, but it was near port. It didn't sink. I think a guy died though. HMS Hawk, was it? There's a video showing what the Titanic sounded like. It's mesmerizing, yeah. It's huge. They got some big time mods during being built. Yeah, they double skinned everything, didn't they? That was a disaster, the Titanic thing. I mean, but the thing that people talk about, they talk about Titanic and 1500 Lives, but they don't talk about Lusitania. Lusitania was that had sister ships, the Mauretania and Aquitania. Mum went on the Aquitania too, apparently a good ship. Well, the Lusitania, 1,500 people died on that as well because a U-boat torpedoed it. It was full of American tourists, I think, and it was around Britain somewhere where it happened. They say that's one of the reasons the United States got involved in the First World War, but I'm a bit unclear with it, but I think the same amount of fatalities on Lusitania as it was on the Titanic. On the Calder Highway, each day last week, there were 2 wide loads of large white wrapped Oh, really? 2 wide loads of large white wrapped loads that was lithium-ion batteries going north. Damn. Was claimed to be unsinkable. They said it was unsinkable because it had watertight compartments, but they only went up to C deck or something. They didn't go right to the top of the hull. And it would stay afloat with any two of them flooded, but apparently when it hit the iceberg, it opened it up right along. And I think about 5 of them flooded or something. And coal dust, yes, was ignited. They reckon that's why the explosion was so big. Yeah, that's true. I'll bid you good night. No worries, Gibbs Lambergen. You need your ugly sleep. Don't you mean your beauty sleep? I need mine too. I got up fairly late this morning, though. I have tomorrow off. And I thought, wouldn't it be good? I started doing the next video and I've got 15 or 13 minutes of footage. That's okay. Because some of it was just bang on, just talk. And I thought, oh. So I started doing this video and watched it back. It's too much crap on it. So I ended up giving it a haircut and I took about 8 minutes out of it. So it's like tomorrow, if I can get it painted, I've got to clean up more. I can't paint at the moment. I've undercoated, I edge primed the bare metal areas because there were little bits of rust all around the place. And I got my thing and just took them off. And the metal's beautiful and clean underneath. There's no problem with that. So I edged all that and then I gave it a lick of primer around the whole thing in the engine bay. And then there's when it's all one color, a pale grey, you can see where you've got to do a little bit more fixing up. Having said that, though, one thing that struck me was the seam sealer in it is so messy. And that wasn't the seam sealer I used. That was the stuff Ford did. The engine bay for mess is a lot worse than the XW was, which surprised me. But then I don't know how much automation was done in 1982. I don't think much. And I did go to Ford Motor Company in 1982 on an excursion. And there were still workers on the production line. It wasn't, but they did have robots as well. But I remember it because I'm making fuel tanks, and I mentioned that in the video too. So I pulled the tank out, had about 20 litres, drained it out, and put about 15 in the XC and another few in a container for the Galaxy. But I'm really itching. I've got to just cleaning underneath. It's a pain in the neck, and all around in the caster rod housings, and just I might just relocate black in there. Actually, I'm not going to put body color in there. Wheel arches I've painted a little bit at the front, but I still got to a little bit of cleaning. There's a bit of dirt and dust. Someone's run the thing through a paddock and it's just caked mud underneath it, and I hate it. Not hard to remove, but it is in that carport. What do you do with all the? What do they do with the spent EV batteries? There's an element of them, and there's a percentage of them they can recycle, I guess, but there's a lot of stuff in them that's nasty and you can't recycle it from what I've read. They're not environmentally friendly yet at all, really, when you think about it. I think we have a long way to go before, you don't want to get corralled into it, which seems to be what the government's doing, but there's a kickback, a lot of people aren't buying as many. And the other thing is Tesla, I don't know, people have got something against Elon Musk. More people are buying BYD, which is Chinese. So it's an interesting space to sort of keep an eye on. But at the moment, I'm not doing anything but driving old banger Toyotas around because I love them. They're simple and they're so cheap to run. And at the moment, I need cheap. Local pub had a small upgrade done a year ago, forced to put EV bays in the car park with a charger in one of them. They put a locked outdoor 12. They locked up the PowerPoint, did that to stop people stealing it. EJ goes off to this Friday, goes off for painters. That's going to be exciting for you. So they're going to do the doors as well, just a shell for now. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's a killer colour. I have to go work in my Hawthorn scarf to harass the Collingwood supporters. The grey chewing gum stuff, yes, it is. And they used to use, it was almost like a corking stuff, and they just run their finger through it or whatever. Now, well, the stuff I got was brush on, which I didn't like as much, but when I used it, I actually did like it. Robots not robots, but they did have automation on them. Nice to see you doing live feed again. Do you know if of a website have a list of chassis differences between XA, XB, XC, especially the V8s? I don't know. I can go out to the garage, but I'll lose range from the Wi-Fi. The router's just here, and I used to take my phone out there when it was off data, when it was on Wi-Fi, and Graham and DJ will attest to this. I kept chopping out. Hydrogen's the future. It's all around us, but it's very hard to extract. Sold my newer cars and bought older ones, or carby cars. Glad I caught your feed this time. If you're after some cash, I'm still interested in the Galaxy Steel wheels and caps. You can, that's fine. Do you need the tires as well? I've just got to get some. You haven't got any EF or EL wheels there, have you? Any 15-inch Ford wheels there that'll fit? EFI and a 3 VK comma, any good? Power was increased. Yes, it was increased, but it's still. See in the VK they brought out the 3.3 litre EFI and dropped the 4.2, but I think the 4.2 was better. The 4.2 I don't think was any heavier on fuel either. Do I like little turbo hatchbacks? Love them. Oh yeah, that'd be great fun. Do you like little turbo hot hatches? Yeah. I recently got a Swift Sport Turbo. It's like driving a bargain basement 90s hot hatch with great seats. That would be great fun. I love little 4-cylinder turbos. I wanted to buy a Telstar turbo, AT Telstar turbo, which is a 626 Mazda with a 2.2 litre engine. They freaking fly, those things, but they torque steer into oncoming traffic. So you got to kind of hang on. There was one for an automatic one for $3,500, and I would have grabbed that in a heartbeat, but I just didn't really have the money. Are you using an alternative to POR 15? I'm starting to brush on Epotech because it's a 2-pack thing, and I think it's tougher. POR 15 is good, but POR 15, if you don't etch, will peel off in sheets. If you paint POR 15 over dead smooth metal or paint, it'll come off in sheets. It is tough though. If you paint it over really cleaned up rust, it stays there for good. But I've started to use Epotech. It's carcinogenic, so you mask up and put gloves on, but I use a brush. I wouldn't dare spray it. But I've started brushing that on. And it's very, 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 very tough stuff. The other thing with it is it's also sandable, and you can put acrylic over the top. You can etch acrylic over the top. POR 15 almost, if you go to sand, it almost feels rubbery. It doesn't. You can paint over it, of course, but I don't know. If you're not careful, you can see it underneath the paint. Whereas the other stuff you can't. So far through. Too far away though. Where are you? Oh, I don't really understand that. There's a Mitsubishi VRX for sale, diesel manual. Avoid or consider. I don't know anything about them. Oh, ASX. People are happy with them. I don't know much about them though. I don't know. I couldn't honestly say. Cousin of the black Telstar TX5 Turbo was awesome. They're great. As a kid, I remember the turbo time was set to a minute, wondering why he left the car on. They are seriously good fun, those cars. Read a report in Unique Cars about the N12 Pulsar ET Turbo. It was a good creation by an Aussie Nissan engineer. Oh, okay. The ET Turbo, it was the same. Yeah, it was an E15 motor, wasn't it? But I think that was only Australia that got them, wasn't it? Yeah, Aussie Nissan engineer. That sounds like the sort of thing Howard Marston would have done, because he got involved in Nissan, didn't he? Oh, I've been on for an hour and 10 minutes. I might have to run soon. I promised the kids I'd watch telly with them, but to be honest, I'm a little bit salty with Charlie for swearing like that. We've got to keep the bad language off here. Mitzi, I don't know. I'm not familiar with them. I've got the old Sigmas of Mitsubishi, but that's like an 81 model. From what I remember, Magnas were a little bit of a lottery. We did have a Magna that was nothing but trouble. The moment you say that, though, there are 5 people that had Magnas that were fantastic. But I did think of them at one point as being a bit of a lottery. I tried to con a guy out of a V6 Magna because I said they're not very good. I'd worked on a few of them when I was at Nissan. I was trading. So I used to do the roadways. I was the reconditioning mechanic. There was a couple of us there. I was like the 2IC, and I didn't think they were very good. But this guy went and bought one, and he goes, "What am I buying?" I said, "Well, you want a car like that, buy a Camry." But he said Camrys are too expensive, and he bought the Magna V6. I thought, oh, and he had it for 15 years, never spent a cent of it. So I don't know. Can you help me with my XC? What's the matter with it, David? The ASX is old hat. Had one as an office hack and was glad when it got transferred to another branch. Hope life is treating you good. Thank you very much. So how many project cars is enough? Helen's piece of string. I think I've got 18 cars. I'm not sure. I'd have to sit here and work it out. I think I've got 18 cars. No, I might have a bit less. I might have 15 cars. I think I've got 15 cars because I think when I did a count, it was 18. I can't remember if there was 20 or 18, but there was my daughter's cars as well. But Charlie sold her car, and she's driving one of mine. My shed has 6 cars. Both sheds have 6 cars each, so there are some outside. Missy Laura, hello. Not often to catch you live. Probably watch from start to see what I missed. I don't think you missed too much. So I was bad was 8. No, man, you got another 10 to get yet. Do you know any good mechanics that can work on old Mustangs? A lot of places don't really do old cars. I know I've been burnt. I'm in Melbourne, southeast suburbs. Not really. The shed I always used, or the mechanics I always used, closed up. So my Commodore, I've got to go and get that and take it in. I take that into Patos for service. I don't even service that myself. So how many Regos? About 6. They're on club permit, most of them. I just don't know where to start with a car. I have everything but not mechanically minded, and it seems too expensive to get one to help me. That's a shame. It's an old Mustang, so it's a simple car. I don't know. I don't know anywhere that does them. I don't do anything aside from what I do here. I couldn't even get anyone else's car in here, actually. The driveway's full. Wondering how many kilometres are on your XD? 140 something, I think. Have a good night. No worries, mate. You too. Still has the old Holden signs. Yeah, but it's got other signs there too. I might say goodbye. I might start doing feeds a bit more often. I did this one because I was kind of in the mood. How much battery's left on this? I'm using a laptop at the moment. Well, I did this because I was kind of in the mood, but also because I haven't had much of a chance to do video content. So I've got 12 minutes or 13 minutes, just under 13 minutes of the next video. Now, if the weather, which is supposed to be 16 tomorrow, but yeah, right. If it's not cold and I'll do it now, actually. If the weather's not cold tomorrow and I can get a good go at it, then I will have a video up sooner than later. I'll have it up very soon, actually. Because the other thing you can do when you're doing a video, like with the Fairlane, if I paint the engine bay and just stick a couple of bits in, then that can be the end of that film, or end of that video. But I'm still not finished, so I've still got to do underneath it. But I wouldn't film that because it's just crap work, So even though it looks finished, it might not be. The mistake I made doing that was the Sigma when I painted the left-hand rear guard. The paint all rejected. It was disastrous because I punched out a video too quick, or I punched out a job too quick to get a video done. I shouldn't have done it like that. And it's, I've got to redo it all. But what do you do? Patterson. Remember that? Yes, I will. I had my 351 built 12 years ago and never started it. Would it still be good? Have you rotated it? Thanks, Pete. Been good chat. No worries, Paul. Been raining here for weeks. Where do you live? Guy with all the squares. Good night. Don't be too salty with Charlie. No, I'm all right. I mean, look, bad language. I'm no stranger to bad language, but I try not to do it here. It's easy for me to run a bypass wire to the battery to run the AC radiator fan directly with a relay. The only problem with doing that, if you run a bypass to the battery to run the AC radiator fan, you'd have to work out what the current draw of the fan is. Generally, I would use 20 amp cable, but you want to know what the fan pulls so you can do a bit of Ohm's law to work out exactly what wire you need, because you always go the next rating up, if you know what I mean. So if the fan's pulling 16 amp, you put at least 20 in, right? If it's pulling 12 amps, again, you'd use 20. Having said that, 20 amp cable is not heavy looking. The thing you got to look out for is that places like Supercheap sell this really heavy looking wire, but it's all insulation. The actual core of the wire isn't very good, and its rating is probably only about 10 amps, but it looks like 20. You got to watch that. The other reason they do it like that is that you pay more for it because less of it fits on a spool, and they can sell 5 meters of it and it fits on the spool, but it's only got a little bit of copper in it. So, sometimes wiring is, I'd be more inclined to go to a proper auto electric joint than locally for the wiring. But you need to find out the drag on the draw on the motor. Haven't worked on Most Classic for 2 months. Yeah, me either. Oh, you're in Adelaide. Just stayed on hoist. Restore yourself. Thanks, mate. I probably need to. Some of the valve springs might be cactus sitting with some compression, others not. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's true. You can work out the lead wires. The mechanic put all red lube on the. God, I wish that thing would go on the inside. I can't get rid of that thing. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been fantastic. It's been over an hour and a quarter. I will, depending on weather, as I said before, I should have a video out sooner than later. So very soon, if the weather's good tomorrow. So anyway, I will say see you later and have a lovely evening. And I'm going to go and watch TV with my daughters. See you later. Bye-bye. Take care. Now I've just got to find how to get out of here. Oh, end stream. Just there. End. We're golden.